Today, we are diving deep into the world's most iconic shock-resistant watch brand, Casio G-Shock. Since 1983, G-Shock has redefined what it means to build a truly indestructible timepiece. In over 4 decades of relentless innovation, the lineup has expanded from a single rubber-cased digital watch into one of the most technically diverse and culturally significant watch collections ever assembled. Today, we are counting down 10 of the absolute best G-Shock watches across every tier of the lineup, from accessible Master of G workhorses to limited edition Japanese artisan masterpieces that command prices once reserved exclusively for Swiss luxury brands. Buckle up. Let's get into it. Number 10. Casio G-Shock MTG B4000. The Casio G-Shock MTG B4000 represents a genuinely historic milestone for the brand and for watchmaking itself. It is the first commercially available G-Shock watch to have been developed with the active assistance of generative artificial intelligence. Casio's engineers fed years of accumulated shock resistance test data into an AI system, which then generated optimized 3D structural designs before human designers refined and finalized the result. The outcome is the MTG B4000's extraordinary frame, a multi-layered structure cut from laminated carbon and glass fiber sheets, interlocked with precision-machined stainless steel components produced via metal injection molding, a manufacturing technique borrowed from aerospace engineering. The case measures 45 by 3 meter wide and just 14.4 meter thick, weighing a remarkable 112 grams for all that engineering ambition. A sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating protects the multi-layered dial, where bold raised triangular hour markers with phosphorescent and metallic vapor deposition finishes create a depth and shimmer that Casio's Yamagata premium production line artisans have perfected over decades. The movement is the module 5743, a sophisticated anodigi caliber with tough solar charging, delivering 5 months of runtime under constant use and 18 months in power-saving mode, multi-band 6 atomic radio time correction across Japan, North America, Europe, and China, and full Bluetooth smartphone connectivity via the Casio Watches app. The Triple G resist structure, protecting against shock, centrifugal force, and vibration, is standard. 200 meters of water resistance rounds out the specification. This is the future of G-Shock delivered now. The Casio G-Shock MTG B4000 retails for approximately $1,150 to $1,350 USD. Number 9. Casio G-Shock MRG B2000 JS Juryoku Maru San. If the MTG B4000 represents G-Shock's technological future, the MRG B2000 JS, the Juryoku Maru San, represents its spiritual soul. This is the pinnacle of the MRG line, Casio's absolute flagship tier, hand-assembled at Casio's premium production line in Yamagata, Japan, by engineers holding the company's highest internal skill certification. Every element of this watch is a collaboration between two worlds, ancient Japanese artisanship and cutting-edge material science, and the result is one of the most extraordinary objects in the entire watch industry at any price. The story of the MRG B2000 JS begins with the katana, a real sword, the Juryoku Maru San, forged specifically for Casio by master swordsmith Kamiyama Terahira, one of the most celebrated young swordmakers in Japan. The distinctive tempering pattern of that blade is faithfully recreated on the watch's bezel in a process involving recrystallized layers of pure titanium and Ti-64 alloy, compressed under extreme heat and pressure, then cut, polished, and treated with deep layer hardening and a diamond-like carbon coating. The scabbard of that same sword, decorated with shimmering Aogai blue shell lacquer by artisan Nomura Mamoru, inspired the band's structural color technique, a patent-pending Casio technology in which microscale surface structures reflect light to create color that shifts and transforms with every angle of viewing. The inscription of Kan, the Japanese character for San, meaning brilliant, is hand-engraved on each of the 800 pieces worldwide by the swordsmith himself, making every single watch genuinely one of a kind. The titanium case features Salaz polishing, the same hand-applied flat polishing technique reserved for Japan's finest mechanical watchmakers, alongside arc ion plating on the case and DLC on the bezel for near-total abrasion resistance. The MRG module inside carries gold-plated circuit board retainer plates to reduce electrical resistance. Features include tough solar, multi-band 6, Bluetooth smartphone link via the Casio Watches app, 200 meters of water resistance, and sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating. Each watch arrives with a premium production line certificate and a black-painted Kiri Paulownia wood presentation case. The Casio G-Shock MRG B2000JS retails for approximately $8,000 USD, limited to 800 pieces worldwide. Number 8. Casio G-Shock GG10188 Mudmaster. The Casio G-Shock GG10188 is the Mudmaster series in its most essential, no-nonsense form, and one of the most recognizable G-Shock designs ever produced. Where the higher-tier GWG Mudmasters add solar charging, atomic timekeeping, and altimeter barometer functions, the GG1000 strips the concept back to what the Mudmaster is fundamentally about: an analog digital G-Shock that is completely impervious to mud, dirt, grit, and debris. The mud-resistant construction is centered on the button guard cylinder system. Every button on this watch is sealed inside a machined cylindrical housing with multiple gaskets that physically prevent mud and fine particles from reaching the module. The result is a watch that can be thrust into sludge, submerged in muddy water, and dragged across gritty surfaces without skipping a beat. The 1A8 colorway is a militaristic all-black, with vivid blue accent markings that blaze against the dark case, making this one of the most visually compelling Mudmaster variants. The large Arabic numerals at 12, 3, 6, and 9 o'clock and the broad warning marker-tipped hands ensure immediate legibility on the oversized 55.3 x 56.2 mm case. The sprocket-inspired rotating mode indicator disc at 9 o'clock adds a distinctive mechanical flavor to the dial layout. Twin sensor technology provides instant compass direction readings and ambient temperature data via large, easy-to-operate dedicated sensor buttons on the case. Additional features include world time across 31 time zones, 100-second stopwatch, countdown timer, 5 daily alarms, and the auto LED super illuminator backlight. 200 meters of water resistance. This is the Mudmaster that started the cultural phenomenon, and nearly a decade after its launch, it still draws admiring double takes everywhere it goes. The Casio G-Shock GG1001A8 retails for approximately $320 USD. Number 7. Casio G-Shock Mudmaster GWG B1000. The Mudmaster's foundation, the GWG B1000, is its flagship, the most complete, most capable, and most functionally sophisticated land-based tool watch Casio has ever built. Introduced in 2023 as the third generation of the full-spec Mudmaster, the GWG B1000 took everything that made its predecessors great and added Bluetooth smartphone connectivity for the first time, unlocking a suite of mission-critical navigation functions previously unavailable in the lineup. The case construction is a triumph of materials engineering. A carbon core guard inner case in carbon fiber reinforced resin is surrounded by an intricate multi-guard bezel structure combining DLC-coated forged stainless steel for the bezel ring, stainless steel for the upper and lower guards, and carbon fiber reinforced resin for the lateral button protectors, a configuration that protects every vulnerable access point against impact, mud, and debris simultaneously. The 58.7 x 52.120 mm case measures just 16.2 cm thick and tips the scale at only 114 grams. A combination of compactness and lightness that is genuinely impressive for this level of capability. The all-new dial layout features dedicated sub-dials for the altimeter, barometer, and compass-bearing indicators, while the Bluetooth link to the Casio Watch's smartphone app delivers the mission log function recording route waypoints with altitude data, and a location indicator and bearing indicator that are operated with the convenience of a full smartphone interface. Triple sensor, altimeter, barometer, compass, thermometer, tough solar charging, multi-band 6 atomic timekeeping, sunrise and sunset time display, world time across 55 cities, 100-second stopwatch, 5 daily alarms, and a full auto double LED super illuminator complete the specification. 200 meters of water resistance. The Casio G-Shock Mudmaster GWG B1000 retails for approximately $550–700 USD. Number 6. Casio G-Shock Mudman GW9500. The Casio G-Shock Mudman GW9500 is the most elegant example of what happens when Casio takes a radical engineering idea, borrowed from its own Pro Trek outdoor instrument watch line, and builds it into a G-Shock for the first time. The result is the only G-Shock in history to feature a duplex LCD display. 2 separate liquid crystal layers stacked precisely above one another, with the top layer carrying animated graphical compass pointers and barometric pressure indicators, while the bottom layer displays the large format primary digits for time, altitude, temperature, and other data. The effect is genuinely striking in person. The compass pointers float visually above the numerical readouts in a way that no standard single-layer LCD can replicate, and the legibility improvement for compass use in the field is significant. The carbon core guard case measures 52.7 mm wide and just 14.8 mm thick, making the GW9500 one of the slimmest Mudman models in the series' long history. Despite its expansive wrist footprint, at 81 grams, it is light enough to forget you're wearing it on a long day in the field. The mud-resistant button system uses cylindrical stainless steel protective housings with gasket-sealed shafts, while the carbon core guard structure provides the essential G-Shock shock resistance. Triple sensor, digital compass, barometer, altimeter, and thermometer. Tough solar charging with multi-band 6 atomic timekeeping. Sunrise and sunset time display. Bio-based resin construction on the case. Bezel and band, derived from castor oil plants and corn, reflecting Casio's genuine investment in environmental responsibility. World time, 1:10 second stopwatch, 5 alarms, 200 meters of water resistance. The Casio G-Shock Mudman GW9500 retails for approximately $380 USD. Number 5. Casio G-Shock MRG B2000 SG Shugeki Maru Guy. The MRG B2000 SG, the Shugeki Maru Guy, is Casio's tribute to the ancient Japanese art of kabuto helmet making, and one of the most visually arresting G-Shocks ever produced. The design is inspired entirely by the Shugeki Maru Guy, a ceremonial kabuto helmet commissioned by Casio for the MRG line. The bezel captures the Maya-date crest of that very helmet, a ferocious tiger motif engraved in rock grain relief, by the hands of master metalsmith Kobayashi Masao. Every single one of the 700 pieces worldwide bears a unique hand-engraved bezel, meaning no 2 MRG B2000 SG watches are identical. The recrystallized titanium case has been treated with a dark silver arc ion plating to capture the precise color tone of the original helmet's iron surface, while the Durafluoro rubber band in pure white is inspired by the white Ito Odoshi, the silk lacing that binds the plates of traditional Japanese armor together. The watch arrives inside a black-painted Kiri Polonia wood presentation case with a metal plate replicating the armor's plate structure. As befits the MRG flagship tier, technical specifications are impeccable throughout. Sala's polishing on metal components, clad guard structure for shock resistance at the crown and buttons, sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating, 200-meter water resistance, tough solar charging, multi-band 6 atomic timekeeping, Bluetooth smartphone link, and a gold-plated circuit board retainer plate on the MRG module. This is not merely a watch, it is an annual MRG tradition of wearable art that G-Shock collectors worldwide count down toward with genuine anticipation. The Casio G-Shock MRG B2000 SG retails for approximately $5,400 USD, limited to 700 pieces worldwide. Number 4. Casio G-Shock G-Steel GST B500. The Casio G-Shock G-Steel GST B500 makes a compelling case for being the most versatile G-Shock ever made, a watch that transitions from boardroom to beach without a single concession in either direction. The G-Steel line has always been about bridging the gap between G-Shock's legendary toughness and the kind of refined metal aesthetic that can be worn comfortably under a suit or blazer. And in the GST B500, Casio achieved that balance with a precision that previous G-Steel models only approached. The case measuring 48.9 x 46.6 millimeter and just 12.8 millimeters thick is the slimmest G-Steel profile yet, made possible by an ultra-thin Module 5E684, achieved through smaller components and high-density circuit board mounting. The carbon core guard structure within that slim frame absorbs external shocks to maintain full G-Shock certification, despite the uncharacteristically lean profile. The dial design draws clear visual inspiration from the massively successful GA2100 Casio Oak, a single-angled digital window at 4 o'clock, combining seconds, date, world time, and mode data, with a signature rotating mode indicator spinner at 3 o'clock that shows the current function and solar charge status. The hands are fitted with neo-bright luminescence. The bezel receives multiple surface treatments for a textured, sophisticated metal presentation that catches light from every angle. Tough solar charging delivers 7 months of runtime from a full charge. Bluetooth connectivity via the Casio Watches app enables world time setting for approximately 300 cities across 38 time zones, automatic time correction, reminders, phone finder, and time and place logging. The stainless steel bracelet uses an innovative built-in quick-release pin system for easy sizing. 200 meters of water resistance. The Casio G-Shock G-Steel GST B500 retails for approximately $360–400 USD. Number 3. Casio G-Shock GBD H1000 1A7JR G-Squad. The Casio G-Shock GBD H1000 1A7JR is G-Shock's most ambitious attempt to conquer the fitness watch market, and it does so with the kind of sensor-packed, solar-assisted, all-conditions-ready specification sheet that only Casio could assemble. Belonging to the G-Squad Sports subline, the GBD H1000 is the first G-Shock to combine a wrist-based optical heart rate monitor, GPS satellite positioning, and the full suite of outdoor environmental sensors in a single ruggedized case. The 5-sensor configuration encompasses an optical heart rate monitor, measuring via LED sensors on the case back, a 3-axis accelerometer for step counting and distance estimation, a compass, an altimeter, barometer, and a thermometer, all accessible from a single watch, all backed by G-Shock's uncompromising shock and water resistance. The GPS function, compatible with GPS, GLONASS, and Japan's Mitsubishi QZSS satellite systems, logs running distance, pace, and speed, and can sync routes to the G-Shock Move smartphone app for map display of your full movement track. Heart rate and GPS data combine to estimate VO2 max, a clinical measure of cardiorespiratory fitness, and the dedicated training plan function in the app automatically adjusts your workouts based on your progress. Bluetooth connectivity to the G-Shock Move app links with Strava, Google Fit, and Apple Health. The power system is a dual-platform engineering achievement. A photovoltaic solar ring around the display provides continuous solar-assisted charging for everyday timekeeping and step tracking without any wired connection, while a waterproof magnetic USB charging terminal tops up the battery for GPS and heart rate training sessions. The 55x54.6mm case is rated to 200 meters of water resistance, all seals maintained even with the optical sensor cutouts and charging terminal, making it genuinely one of the toughest fitness watches ever built. The Casio G-Shock GBD H1000 1A7JR retails for approximately $350 USD. Number 2. Casio G-Shock GN1000 Golfmaster. The Casio G-Shock Golfmaster GN1000 is the entry point into the G-Shock Master of GC category, and one of the most visually distinctive analog G-Shocks in the entire lineup. The Golfmaster series has always been about ocean environments, and the GN1000 carries that maritime identity in every design detail. The round-lugged case with exposed stainless steel, front screws at 10 and 2 o'clock, gives the watch a look that references a ship's porthole more than a conventional watch. The anchor motif subdial hands evoke nautical instrumentation, and the Pepsi-style red and blue bezel insert on the most popular colorways is a direct nod to the classic diving watch aesthetic beloved by mariners for decades. The GN1000's dial is packed with ocean-relevant information. A tide graph displays current and forecast tidal conditions, using the stored lunar calendar data, while a moon age indicator shows the current phase of the moon, both essential references for anyone whose activities depend on the rhythm of the ocean. Twin sensor technology provides digital compass direction readings and ambient temperature data, with the compass capable of continuous 60-second measurement. The world time function covers 31 time zones. The 200-meter water resistance rating ensures full aquatic protection across all maritime use cases. A super illuminator LED backlight provides clear nighttime visibility. The GN1000 runs on a standard replaceable battery, a practical point of difference from the higher-spec solar Gulfmaster models, keeping the price accessible while maintaining the full Master of G visual presence and maritime functionality. For collectors and adventurers who want the iconic Gulfmaster look and essential ocean toolkit, without the premium price of the full-spec GWN Gulfmaster, the GN1000 is the definitive answer. The Casio G-Shock Gulfmaster GN1000 retails for approximately $280-300 USD. Number 1. Casio G-Shock GW4000 in High 1AJF Sky Cockpit Gravity Master. The iconic convergence of aviation spirit, Japanese craftsmanship, and pure G-Shock legend is the Casio G-Shock GW4000C1AJF, the Sky Cockpit, a JDM Gravity Master that has earned its place as one of the most sought-after analog G-Shocks among serious collectors worldwide. The GW4000 is part of G-Shock's Master of G-Air category, the Gravity Master line that was developed in direct response to the needs of professional aviators who demanded a G-Shock that could handle the unique challenges of flight. The accelerative G-forces of jet aircraft, the vibration of turbine engines, and the need for absolutely precise radio-corrected timekeeping. The triple G resist structure of the GW4000 protects the module against 3 distinct force types: external shock, centrifugal gravitational force, and vibration, a trinity of protection that Casio engineered specifically for aviation contexts. The magnetic-resistant plate installed within the module shields the analog hands from the electromagnetic interference that military and commercial aircraft cockpits routinely generate, a practical specification that most watch brands address with passive shielding, but which the GW4000 handles with active internal protection. The all-analog, no-digital display layout gives this Gravity Master a clean, unified cockpit gauge aesthetic that reads instantly and unambiguously, something that pilots on approach have no patience to decode. The 50.4mm case in resin and stainless steel carries the bold, multi-layered Gravity Master profile with the distinctively large, sword-shaped hour and minute hands and bold Arabic chapter ring that make the time readable across a dimly lit cockpit. Tough solar charging via the exposed photovoltaic cell provides continuous power from cockpit lighting or outdoor daylight alike, while the multi-band 6 atomic radio timekeeping system synchronizes the hands to absolute precision from any of 6 global transmitters. The full suite of chronograph, dual time, alarms, world time, and perpetual calendar functions rounds out the specification. As a JDM Model 6, produced for the Japanese domestic market and available internationally through specialist importers, the GW4001AJF carries an exclusivity that adds to its collectible appeal, and the all-black colorway with the subtle gray multi-level dial layout gives it a stealthy tactical presence that no other Gravity Master replicates. This is the G-Shock that aviation professionals and Master of G purists have long considered the gold standard of analog,